Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Family Hour Trucker Fridays. It's me, Mr. Todd, and I got my trusty dog Ruby behind me, making sure I do a good job. So, something I wanted to talk to you guys today about was something that might just get us through the rest of this weird school year, the rest of this pandemic thing. So, the thing I wanted to talk about was leaning in. Now, let me give you an example about leaning in. Me, when I go running, since almost the beginning of the pandemic thing, I've been trying to run because I missed my rugby season and I got to stay in shape somehow. And thanks to all the people who give me a little honk on the way by, and people that see me in the grocery store and say, "Good job on the running," because I'm hard to miss. I'm a big human being and I don't move very quickly. But I'd been running the same course and the same distance for quite some time, and it wasn't improving, and I was kind of getting in a bit of a rut. So rather than taking off some distance or just decide, man, I don't feel it no more, don't feel it anymore, I'm not going to go running, I decided to lean in. So I changed up my course a little bit, added 1.5 kilometers to my run, and then kind of set some goals around a time and some pace, right? Even during the run. When my first 1.5 kilometers, 2Ks isn't too bad, but my last kilometer and the one in the middle where there's a bit of a hill kind of aren't so good. Right? So I find out that when I get to the end of my run, if I'm tired, if I lean in, I do a little bit better. If I can try and just elongate my stride just a bit better, try and go just a little bit faster. By leaning in, I kind of make that, I get to that next level, and things are more successful and things work out better for me. So that's kind of leaning in. Well, what might leaning in mean during the pandemic, or especially during this, really weird school year? One example I can think of is a young man that I heard about on the news. He's an hourly wage employee worker, and he was figured out that if he lived really frugally during this time, he was still working but had his hours reduced, he was going to put away his COVID-19 benefits and use that money for the majority of the down payment on a house. And he figured as a low hourly wage employee, that's the only way he was ever going to get the down payment for a house. So instead of this austerity and having COVID be this weird thing, he's going to lean in and try and make something better of it. Lean in another way might be, I don't know, for example, our grads. My whole chat last Friday was, you're not going to have a normal grad. Now, you can be upset about that, or you can lean in. When we drop off, I know we as a staff are going to drop off some nice little care baskets for our grads next week, man. So when we drop by, put that grad dress or that tuxedo on. I don't know, Photoshop grad pictures of you with Leonardo DiCaprio. For all of you ladies out there who might not get to wear that grad dress enough, make a deal with a group of your friends that over the next year you guys are going to go out to dinner together all wearing your grad dress. Lean into it, change it a little bit, make it something different. To put it another way, I'm going to borrow a little something I did from last week. Is from Dwayne Peace. And he taught me this thing called thumb switch, which is I always thought was brilliant. I use it with kids all the time. So you take your hands and you put them together like this, and you'll notice you either have your right thumb on top or your left thumb on top. So all those people with your right thumb on top, you're better, and all those left, you're weird. I'm kidding. It means absolutely nothing. But if you unlace those fingers and you just put it so that your other thumb is on top, it feels different. It feels weird. And there's no reason for that. But if you kind of change it a couple of times and you put it on top the other way, the uncomfortable way, you do that a couple of times, it doesn't feel so weird. That's kind of what leaning in is like, right? So when we have stuff like the restrictions that we have through COVID-19, they're starting to be relaxed, but they're not loose, right? You can look at it and go, oh man, I can't do these things. I can't do the things I wanted to, and that sucks. Or you could lean in. You could say, I can do them. We're going to have to do them in a different way. I'm hoping this weekend we're going to go to a friend's campfire, and we're going to have a socially distanced campfire. We're going to be sitting around the campfire, having a chat, maybe roasting the weenie, socially distanced at at 10 and 2 and 6 and 8, and it's going to be different. But we're going to lean into that and make that happen anyway, right? So if you can change that perspective. If you can change that way of looking, instead of complaining about something, you turn that into a positive. I think the way Dwayne puts it, you have a 200% return on your investment. You take something that was a negative and you turn it into a positive. That's what you can do. So I'm hoping you guys I'm gonna go lean into my run. I'm hoping you guys look for ways to kind of lean in, kind of take a negative and turn it into a positive. And as always, you know, it's okay to not be okay. So you guys be out there, be healthy. If you need to, reach out, and we'll do the best we can to help. All right, take care.